Hello and welcome to Thai Nguyen News. I'm Đặng Hường. Now today's headlines. Thai Nguyen Provincial officials met the Vietnam Ambassador and his delegation to Japan. Building primary and secondary schools 915 in Gia Giang Ward. Phu Lac Commune actively improves the value of tea trees and products. On the 31st of January, the delegation of the Vietnam Embassy and Consulate General Ambassador, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Vietnam to Japan, led by Mr. Đoàn Xuân Hùng, had a working day with Thai Nguyen Provincial People's Committee. Mr. Dinh Ngọc Long, Deputy Secretary of Party Committee, Chairman of Thai Nguyen Provincial People's Committee, and the representatives from a number of departments and agencies attended the meeting. During the meeting, the chairman briefly introduced the current economic and social-cultural situations of the province. With the achievements that the province has obtained in recent time, the chairman expressed his hopes for further investments in Thai Nguyen from its Japanese counterparts. He also expressed the desire that the Vietnamese ambassador to Japan will facilitate and create opportunities for enterprises in Thai Nguyen to get access to Japanese market, attracting investment in high-tech sector, especially in the Yên Binh complex. The delegation expressed their sincerity for the hospitality that Thai Nguyen provincial officials have extended to them. The two parties have the same view on the further cooperation and exchange among enterprises in Thai Nguyen and those in Japan. On January the 4th, Thai Nguyen City People's Committee, in cooperation with Him Lam Johnstock Company, started building primary and secondary schools 915 at Group 5, Gia Giang Ward, Thai Nguyen City. These buildings are donated by Him Lam Company and expected to be completed on August the 19th this year. Mr. Nguyen Văn Kim, Deputy Standing Secretary of the Thai Nguyen Provincial Communist Party Committee, and Mr. Dinh Ngọc Long, Deputy Secretary of the Thai Nguyen Provincial Communist Party Committee and Chairman of the Thai Nguyen Provincial People's Committee, Him Lam Johnstock Company leaders and relevant departments, as well as faculty and students of primary school and secondary school 915, attended the inauguration. The construction of these schools is in the form of turnkey with 36 billion Vietnam đồng in an area of 14,000 square meters. These buildings will house 20 classes, offices, 2-floor dining rooms, gym, sports ground according to the national standard model. These buildings are located on a historical landmark where the 60 young volunteers of Company 915 of Team 91 Bacta youth volunteers sacrificed their lives on Christmas Eve of 1972. This work brings meaningful education to the young generations. Mr. Dinh Ngọc Long was grateful to Him Lam Johnstock's company leaders, officials, employees, and workers. He required all relevant departments to promptly resolve any potential problems, make the most favorable conditions for Him Lam Johnstock companies to ensure the construction project schedule commitments with the investor. He also confirmed that the primary and secondary schools 915 will give children in the area a good environment to learn in comprehensive development. Tea trees have been identified as a key plant playing a crucial role in developing local social economy. And so, over the last few years, the district of Đại Từ implemented many programs and projects with a view of improving the value of tea tree as well as the other local tea products. Phạm Thị Vân family in Lũng One hamlet has been planting tea trees for nearly 30 years. Although their tree cultivation area is only 500 square hectares, their average 6-time harvest value reaches 50 million Vietnam đồng. Tea has become the main income source for Vân's family.
Năm ngoái thì cũng được 14.
My family has invested in machines and technology for tea production. This year, stable price brings about better income than last year. Tea with good price generates stable income for local farmers. This enables production scale expansion and investment in improving product quality. Apart from households with small and scattered farming skills like Mrs. Vun's, local farmer households are tending to replace the midland tea variety with the high-quality one. Only in 2013, Phu Lac had 29 hectares newly planted with high-yield tea SLDP1 Kim Nguyen. Along with the expansion of tea area, many households have joined together to establish tea production cooperatives. This is a big leap to proceed to the large-scale production of tea according to safety standards, which leads to a famous brand of Phu Lac tea products. Phu Lac has the second largest tea area in Đại Từ district, with over 430 hectares. 350 hectares of tea are already being harvested. In order to develop this potential advantage, Phu Lac has collaborated with consulting units to develop a plan of tea production up to 2020 with a vision to 2030, oriented by highly economic efficiency of the tea plant. Tea plant is identified as the key plant of Phu Lac commune. The commune has brought high-yield tea breeds into intensive cultivation and carried out breed improvement in order to improve productivity and meet the quality standards and customers' requirements inside and outside the province. Initially considered as a plant for hunger alleviation, tea plants has now a means for local farmers to have a better life. To realize this goal, in addition to its stimulating role, the authority is also in need of the consent among local people who are really owners of the field. Let's take a look at some other news. With the growth of the current information channel, the trend of reading books in libraries is vanishing speedily. However, the Nguyen General Library was dynamically renovated to attract more readers. In 2013, Nguyen General Library attracted over 67,200 patrons, reaching 112% of the planned target. What is more, the supplement of the books with 2,209 additional copies with the cost of over 1 billion Vietnam đồng reaches 102% of the plan. Besides, many plans were accomplished, such as 1,200 new edited books for children during their summer holiday, 300 books for the blind worth 36 billion Vietnam đồng. More importantly, the library issued over 1,400 cards to reach 161% of the year's plan. In 2014, the Nguyen General Library will continue to improve the quality of service for its patrons, update the library system into a more modern one, and become reader-friendly to meet the increasing demand of the readers. It also builds specific rooms with 700 different books for foreign language readers for references. Although the economy has met challenges that significantly affected the production activities of many businesses in 2013, the Nguyen Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development still remained its growth rate, especially ensured sufficient investment capital resources for the agricultural and rural development in the province. Accordingly, the total mobilized resources by the end of 2013 was nearly 5,700 billion Vietnam đồng, an increase of 860 billion Vietnam đồng compared to the beginning of the year, in which the mobilized capital was 5,600 billion Vietnam đồng, and the funds for international organizations was 84 billion Vietnam đồng. As a result, the Nguyen Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development met the needs for business and production in the province, especially for agriculture and rural development. The total loan in 2013 reached 7,730 billion Vietnam đồng, an increase of 677 billion Vietnam đồng compared to the last year. That ends our program today. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now and see you next time.